BFV, man. We live on the drive. Wanted to stop by in these boxing streets and talk some of that good boxing with you guys. Latest information on some of these fights that should be coming up. The year is coming to an end, and it's steaming up just a little bit, like boxing should, as it normally does. Coming to the end of the year, they eat off these holidays that's coming around, and fights really going to be them fights that make the list for fights of the year, knockouts of the year, that sort of thing. It's too early to say who has these positions locked. Maybe a couple guys with knockouts of the year. They definitely had their hands raised right now, but we still got Tank coming up, so he again could make the list for knockout of the year, fighting a smaller guy. So that's a possibility. We could see another Santa Cruz type knockout. You know what I mean? And that's no cap on Lamont Roach Jr. though, but that's just saying. You know what I mean? You never know. You never know how Tank try to end the year with those type of KOs and really cement himself. But that being said, I wanted to talk about Tank a little bit, man. Tank is probably doing too much, bro, in these streets. You know what I mean? I wouldn't call it harassment of the Devin Haney situation. I think it's more or less him, being too honest. You know what I mean? And when you too honest like that, bro, you can have some karma that's not on your side. You understand what I'm talking about? So it's you don't want to put too much of that bad mojo in the air. You know what I mean? You want to keep some of that for yourself. You want to not be like, oh, I'm hella trying to be too politically correct, but sometimes too much honesty can hurt what you going, your fan base. It can, you know what I mean? It could put some shade towards you. Just like, yo, a lot of these dudes calling this guy out his name and whoop de whoop like that. That's too much. If you disagree with the moves that they making as a team, as a promotion, you can disagree. There's nothing wrong with that. Nobody's saying people can't disagree, but it's the harshness that they disagreeing with that I find like it's too much. You know what I mean? It's too much. When other guys have been in these legal situations, we haven't heard all of this bashing of these people. You know what I mean? Nobody bashed Crawford when he had to go through his situation with Bob Arum. I heard people support more of Crawford going through what he went through and all of that. I didn't hear all of the, oh, he's a bitch, just shut up and fight and all of that type of stuff. So it's a little tricky situation when it comes to the reaction from people. You know what I mean? I get we all have our right to have an opinion like an asshole. We all got one. I get that. But I just feel like it's just a little bit harsh, you know what I mean? And I agree with my guy G5 and also young Shane O'Mac, the brethren from overseas. They say he's the most hated guy in boxing, and I agree with that from what I'm seeing, and I don't know why. It's not like he's brash and he's like harassing and too like over the top with the Floyd Mayweather type of stuff. He's not really like that. You know what I mean? I haven't heard Haney be like that. He might have said one or two things that people can be like, yo, what the fuck? Like, but just as a general, that's not who he is. So why everybody hate him like this, I really don't understand. I don't know if that's just the agenda they want to put out there and say, yo, this is the plan. Let's hate on Haney. He moving too fast. Young is undisputed. Blah blah blah. That's crazy. That's crazy. That's crazy. Anyway, man, wanted to talk about this Vargas situation and him accepting the fight with the rematch with Pitbull Cruz. Very, very, very smart. Very, 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 very smart by that team. I mean, beyond smart by that team to be like, yo, let's get the rematch with them and avoid the Tank situation. But again, talking about that, Tank, good move trying to go after Vargas at 140. Good move, because if you look at it, they did the same thing with Barrios. They went and got a 140 dude that's a target for him, so to speak. Even though Vargas showed he could move and probably would have pulled off some of that action against Tank if he would have fought Tank. But again, good business move by both teams trying to go after each other and one avoiding the other one smartly. You know what I mean? Because if you look at the situation with Cruz, he can pull some numbers in, so that's a big fight. Same way as Tank would have been a big fight. Tank obviously been a bigger fight, but gotta say that was a smart move by Vargas and them to accept that rematch. they obviously damn near pulled out a shutout in that fight. You know what I mean? Like he could have went 12-0 in that fight, as far as winning rounds and whatnot. So, but at the same time, Vargas, he can get clipped. We know he can get clipped, but does Pitbull have the ability to cut the ring off? I mean, it looked ugly in there as far as a boxing match. Like, he really got outboxed, outshined. I mean, just not dog walk, but he definitely was in a training situation, so to speak. So, did he learn anything? Can he come back in that? That's going to be a good fight to find out. You know what I mean? So I'm applauding that rematch. Let's talk about this Mel situation with Andre. It looked good on paper, bro. It looked good on paper. This is another fight that looked good on paper, but I don't think it's gonna be action-packed like that. I'm being honest, bro. You got Maul coming off. My bad. Maul coming off a damn near 3-year layoff. Andre, he ain't really been a killer in the ring his last 2 to 3 fights. He's not, like, you know what I mean, sort of coming like yo, I'm action packed. You know, you need to. I'm pulling the fanny. I'm putting the fannies in the seats and whatnot. Like, I just don't see that. They just have names. That's what it is right now. That's just a fight that has names. And I mean, hopefully they come to shine. Like, they come to really, you know what I mean, catapult themselves back into title type of contention. You know what I mean? Really becoming one of those names that you gotta be, that has to be on your card sort of thing. So I don't know about that fight. Like, I feel like it's gonna be lackluster, bro. And that's no cap to either guy. I respect what they do, but sometimes Andre can make a boring fight. You got Andre making a boring fight, and then Maul just probably not having that killer instinct that he used to have. You know what I mean? I just don't know. I don't feel like, maybe he will. Maybe what he's been through humbled him. He's got his hunger back, and he's gonna be that quiet lion that's out there hunting, not that big mouth lion that's just roaring around and supposedly scaring all the prey off. So it's just gonna be an interesting situation with Maul coming back against Andre, man. Because again, Andre like I said, can be a boring fighter, bro. That's why it's up in the air to see. And then it's crazy that Tank had to put them on the card because he lost Benavidez with him and Morrell signing. So they having their own main event going on. Is Tank needing that support on the card? Tank can't hold the card by itself? I'm asking a question. I don't know. I'm spitballing on here right now. I'm just asking questions. I'm not throwing no shade or nothing, but it just seemed like him making that deal with Benavidez, as far as them saying, yeah, I'll take the co-main, you be the main, blah, 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 like that. Now it's like Tank lost his running mate. Batman lost his Robin. So trying to find another Robin, is that going to be one of the Charlos? I don't know. I think Maul definitely needs it. Like, I don't think Maul is in no situation where he's a main event type of guy right now. So I guess it helps both of them, but it's just funny that it seems like they have to have that for Tank, because if you just lost a fight on that particular card, you would seem like the card still goes on. You know what I mean? Like, you might, with it being this early, I guess you would try to replace it. You know what I mean? But interesting that you found this fight to replace it with, and it's not. I think Hart against Benavidez would have been a better fight than Maul versus Demetrius Andre, and I'm just being honest, because Hart quietly has been, piling up a few wins here lately, so he just off the radar doing his thug thizzle. And Benavidez, we know he's not been looking as sharp lately, and that could have been a possible upset, man. So I hate that Hart lost that opportunity, but I just think Tank definitely needs a Robin, and he's just spitballing to find out who gonna be the co-star with him. And Benavidez, that was a nice little matchup. You know what I mean? You get to bring that Latin crowd in. You obviously got, Tank got his home base and whatnot and everything like that. So it just, like I said, man, it seemed like Tank definitely gonna have to keep searching for that guy that can co-main with him. And if he's doing what he's doing in these boxing streets, he's gonna definitely lose people that want to sort of do business, because they're not gonna want to be outshined by him on the card. Like, yo, I'm coming here to support you, and you doing too much or whatever. You never know how that go, man. So, but like I said, man, I just wanted to come in here and holler at y'all real quick, just give up a few boxing thoughts, and talk what's going on in these streets and whatnot. Just spitballing. Like I said, nothing too serious on this channel right now as far as what I'm spitting at you right now. You know what I mean? I'm just getting through this drive, talking my boxing, thoughts on my mind and whatnot. You know how it go, man. Anyway, man, that's BFV, man. We finna hit this freeway and get off this live. But I appreciate everybody jumping in for whatever time that y'all jumped in. Hit that like, subscribe, definitely support the channel. And we definitely, one last quick thought. One last one. Better Beef and Bivel. Me and Jeff was spitballing on a text this morning. He was talking about Better Beef for the KO. I mean, I actually think that would be the best bet. I'm still personally leaning draw. I didn't dig into the last minute numbers as far as either one, but I do think that's an option for my guy G5. Like I feel him on that lean because we know Bivel's chin has not truly been tested. And I said that on one of my previous videos. So I think that's a good call by G5. I like that. I might go with both of them. You know what I mean? Split it up. Instead of putting the full unit on one, I'll half it. You know what I mean? I should definitely get a decent payout on both. So anyway, man, that's my last minute thoughts, bro. I'm finna hit this freeway. I appreciate everybody jumping in and salute, man, to everybody in this boxing streets, man. I'm gone.